Good morning, friends. In this video, we will discuss module number 4, DC machine torque equation. So we'll derive now, and also we'll discuss DC motor characteristics and starting of DC motor. Okay. So DC machine, either it may be generator or motor. So, but motor concepts we are going to discuss now. So, how will you get a torque in the DC motor? If you give power supply to the DC motor, when a current carries a conductor placed in the magnetic field, experience a force or experience a torque or twisting force about the axis or turning force, that is called as a torque in the DC motor. This concept is common for all the engineering branches, and this is common for first semester physical and second semester physical. So let's see torque equation. So one by one. So torque is nothing but what? Torque is nothing but twisting force or turning force about the axis. This is the constructional part of DC motor. For your understanding purpose, I have given this diagram. Okay. So this is a stator yoke of the machine, and magnetic field is present. This is a rotor rotating part of the machine, and brushes will be there collecting the current purpose, and also output side. Right. Supply we are giving. So the rotor start rotates. The torque equation of DC motor. So torque is nothing but turning force or twisting force about the axis. So I'll just draw the diagram for this one. So there is a pulley or drum for the DC motor. This one is the radius of the drum or pulley, and this one is a force, and this one is a rotation in N. This one is R, radius on RPM. So DC motor, if suppose it carries a current, armature conductor carries a current, what happens? So it experiences a force according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, dynamically induced current purpose, and also Lenz's law, Fleming's law. F is equal to BIL. I is the current flowing through the armature conductor. L is the length of the conductor. Sin theta. Okay. Sin theta. Theta is the angle of movement of the conductor. B is the magnetic flux density, and I is the current flowing through the conductor. L is the length of the conductor. Sin theta is the angle of movement of the conductor. F is the force. Torque is nothing but what? Twisting force or turning force about the axis, right? And if suppose current carries into in this DC motor, it gives two power. One is electrical power, another one is mechanical power. So electrical power is what? So when a conductor carries a current in the armature, that current into voltage. What is that voltage? EB into IA. That is electrical power. What about the mechanical power? Torque into omega. Twisting force into omega. So that is T into omega is what? Angular frequency or angular velocity of the motor. 2 pi n by 60. That is EB into IA. So mechanical power developed by the motor, that is T into omega. Electrical power developed by the motor, that is EB into IA. So the speed of the motor is N in RPM, right? So by this diagram, observing this diagram, drum or pulley having radius of R meter, F is the force, N is the speed in RPM. If we give power supply to the DC motor, what happens? So when current carries a conductor carries a current, experience a force. That rotation in the drum or pulley, so that radius R, and then F is a force, N is a Newton meter. By equating both the equation, like mechanical power developed by the motor and electrical power developed by the motor. So EB into IA is equal to T into omega. But EB is equal to what? Back EMF 5 PNZ by 60A. So what is that meaning of back EMF? That back EMF always opposes the supply voltage. How will you get the back EMF in the DC motor? When conductor start rotating, initially we are giving current to the conductor. When current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field experience a force, that force will be there, rotation will be there. When start rotating, so what happens? Magnetic field is constant from north pole to south pole. When start rotating, so conductor cuts the magnetic field, EMF is induced. Same as generator. Generator rotation, we are giving mechanical input, but here mechanical rotation is there. Magnetic field is also present. So that time induces EMF. That EMF is called as, for the motor, back EMF. If it is a generator, we can call it as generating EMF. Right? So EG is equal to 5 PNZ by 60A. Right? So EB is equal to 5 PNZ by 60A into IA. TA is equal to 2 pi N by 60. TA is equal to 1 by 2 pi phi IA, that PZ by IA. So torque is equal to 0.159 phi IA PZ by A Newton meter. Torque is directly proportional to flux, directly proportional to IA. This is the torque equation of DC motor. Okay. So types of DC motor and characteristics and application. Necessity of starter of DC motor is the extra concept. Types of DC motor, we are having shunt motor, series motor, compound motor, right? Separately except DC motor also is there, but so shunt motor, series motor, compound motor is very important for the examination point of view. And characteristics: speed versus torque, torque versus armature current, and speed versus armature current. Okay, and also for series motor also speed versus torque, torque versus armature current, and torque armature current versus speed, right? So brush DC motor versus DC motor. Necessity of starter, initially at the time of starting, there is no back EMF. For that, to eliminate that one, inrush current, more current, we need a starter. This is a separately excited DC motor, shunt motor, and then series motor. Okay, this is the types of DC motors in the concepts. See here. So types of DC motor, see here. Separately excited DC motor, series motor, shunt motor. What about separately excited? Field winding is separated by the armature, that is called as a separately excited DC motor, and field winding is series with armature is called as a series motor, and field winding is paired with armature is called as a shunt motor, and series, so it's called as compound motor. Okay. So already we discussed, right? Torque is directly proportional to phi IA, phi, and also speed and torque characteristics, and torque and armature current characteristics. By drawing the diagrams or the graph, we'll come to know how the speed relate with the armature current, speed relate with the torque, and everything. Okay. Thank you. Next class we'll discuss characteristics of DC motor and internal characteristics, external characteristics of DC motor, and also we will see application of DC motor, where we are using shunt motor, where we are using series motor, where we are using compound motor. Shunt motor is for constant load application, like low load application, lathe machine, drilling machine, milling machine, pumps and all, constant rotation. Series motor is for heavy load application like lathe, lift, cranes, hoist, elevators. There heavy torque is required. There we want DC series motor. And compound motor, combination of both. Both the side we are using, because variable speed is possible, and no load speed also possible in the compound motor, but series motor is not possible. Okay. So this is the concept. See, don't confuse. Okay, supply we are giving to the armature. Okay, and field winding separate supply is required here, but self excited, whatever we are giving power supply, that itself gives excitation for the field winding. Okay, so that is a concept. Thank you. Thank you so much.